Hello and welcome back. In this video, I'm going to explain part 3 of the chapter, The Ransom of Red Chief Was Returned. So in my previous two videos of the same chapter, we went through these pages, the chapter explanation of it. So let us continue from where we left. Before that, let us recap on what we went through in the previous videos. So here, Bill found out that the boy was behind, right? And that the child did not go home and he lost his complexion and sat down plump on the ground. So they decided that they will get the ransom now that the boy hasn't gone. So at 8 o'clock, I was up in a tree as well as hidden as Tree told, waiting for the messenger to arrive. Exactly on time, a half-grown boy rode up the road on a bicycle, located the pasteboard box at the foot of the fence post, slipped a folded piece of paper into it and pedaled away back towards Summit. I waited an hour and then slipped down the tree, got the note, slipped along the fence and was back at the cave in another half an hour. I opened the note and read it to Bill. So here, exactly on time, a half-grown boy, he rode up with a bicycle and he put a note inside the pasteboard box. So then Sam took the note and in another half an hour he reached back to the cave and he read the note to Bill. Two desperate men, gentlemen, I received your letter today by post in regard to the ransom you ask for the return of my son. I think you are a little high in your demands and I hereby make you a counter proposition. You bring Johnny home and pay me $250 in cash and I agree to take him off your hands. You had better come at night, for the neighbors believe he is lost, and I couldn't be responsible for what they would do to anybody they saw bringing him back. Very respectfully, Ebenezer Dorset. So here Ebenezer Dorset gives them a counter proposition because he thinks they're a little high in their demands. So instead of the kidnappers receiving money, Ebenezer Dorset is going to receive money, right? So the kidnappers will have to give $250 in cash to Ebenezer Dorset. Great pirates of Penzance, of all the impudent, but I glanced at Bill and hesitated. He had the most appealing look at his eyes I ever saw on the face of a dumb or a talking brute. Sam, said he, what's $250 after all? We have got the money. One more night of this kid will send me to a bed in Bedlam. Besides being of a thorough gentleman, I think Mr. Dorset is a spendthrift for making us such a liberal offer. You ain't going to let the chance go, are you? So Bill is very, very frustrated, right, because of this boy. And he's just going to go to the madhouse, like how he mentioned before. So he asked Sam, can we just give away that money and leave the child? Tell you the truth, Bill, said I. This boy has somewhat got on my nerves too. We'll take him home, pay the ransom and make our getaway. So even Sam agrees to Bill. We took him home that night. We got him to go by telling him that his father had bought a pair of moccasins for him. That is nothing but leathery shoes, which is worn by Native Americans. It was just 12 o'clock when we knocked at Ebenezer's front door. Just at that moment, when I should have been abstracting the $1,500 from the box under the tree, according to the original proposition, Bill was counting out $250 into Dorset's hand. So here, the child did not want to leave the kidnappers, right? But they had to trick him by saying that his father has bought a pair of shoes originally worn by Native Americans. So it was 12 o'clock, and that was the time when the narrator had to take away the $1,500 from the box, when actually they are giving out $250 into Ebenezer Dorset's hand.